Central Missouri post-game press conference joined by head coach Dave Slifer, student-athletes Grayson Holden and Brooke Litchell. Congratulations winning a tremendous game. Coach, we'll start with an opening statement from you before we get to questions.
Well, the first thing I'd like to say is Fort Hays was tremendous, and that was an excellent college basketball game. I mean, it was Hobbs brought him back into it, and I felt like our kids had the answers, and we made plays, and we had the answers. So very proud of our team. This reminds me so much of 2018 because our second-round opponent in the regional was Fort Hays. They played us the closest game of anybody that year, and we went ahead and won 4 more games. So it's a fun ride. Obviously, we got 2 freshmen up here today that really pulled the load and found ways to get boards and put the ball in the hole.
Coach, you mentioned that team defense and Jaden Hobbs. What did you say in the locker room? Because Hobbs only had 3 points in the second half. How did you contain her?
Well, Gigi did a great job on her, and she's a player that is about as good as it gets. I mean, she made a couple threes when we had an 8-point lead to get them right back in the game. Gigi decided, all right, I'm going to get a little bit closer. And then our bigs got switched off on her and did a tremendous job of staying down. And Grayson's getting better at that.
Brooke, this question comes from Greg Hassler. What was the biggest difference in your game between last night and tonight?
Last night I struggled, obviously, and turned the ball over. And I knew I just had to switch my mindset. So last night I sat down, just kind of thought today through, and I just knew I had to switch my mentality. And so I came in with a lot of confidence and was just really ready to come out and just play hard.
And she smiled. She smiled before we made her smile before the game, and she was ready to play.
That might be the first time all season that she smiled before a game.
She took a charge a couple games ago, and she had a pretty good grin that day.
That was like my first charge ever.
This question from Andy Ciacheco for either student athlete. Hayes got the win at their place last time a couple of weeks ago. What's the feeling like to get this one here in the postseason back at the multi?
Well, we are kind of new to the NCAA, and there wasn't really a feeling like that. I sat down when we all sat down in the locker room just now, and I said that's some of the most fun basketball I've played in a while. And just the team is so fired up, and it was revenge time for sure.
Grayson, with Nyjah getting in foul trouble, not playing too much, you had to pick up some big minutes there. What was working for you tonight?
I don't know. I can't really think too much about it. I just have to play. I've been playing basketball forever. I just got to trust the team and try to do what I can.
Coach, do you think that you're playing the best ball of the season right now?
I think by far. I think that these last 2 games, last night we struggled a bit with a few things, but tonight, we shot the ball so well in that first half. I mean, we were, I think, 7 for 12 from the 3. Brooke decided, you know what, I can play in this league. I can score. I think I will. And one of my favorite plays of the night was early in the first quarter. Grayson got the ball. Brooke back cut, got it to her. We made a layup, and Grace is doing a great job of not only scoring in the post, but now seeing the floor and passing the ball.
Coach, we've talked a lot about when a player gets into early foul trouble, sitting them in the rest of the first half. That's kind of not been your philosophy the last couple of years, but you did that tonight with Nyjah. She got her second foul, and you sat her for the rest of the second half. What went behind that decision?
Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit about our new seating arrangement has predicated me being relieved of subbing at the moment, and I guess it didn't matter because Nyjah got 5 fouls anyway, but so it didn't matter one way or the other. But no, I bragged him up a little bit too much yesterday. My staff, who is tremendous, so I will try not to do that again today because they might get a big head. But they did a great job of getting fresh bodies in. Olivia obviously was very tired from last night, so she got some good rest, and she played. She doesn't play like a freshman.
For all 3 of you, this has probably been the most electric crowd that we've had all season long. What was it like playing in front of this group of fans?
I think it's great. We have an awesome community, and just seeing my family and everybody else's family out there is just really special.
It definitely was a different game when the gym's not dead and we don't have to make our own energy, for sure.
All right. Thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
If you're not doing anything Monday night, please come on out. We'd love to have a lot of people get out there.
Yes.
Go Gens.
Yes. take yours off.
I've got two, Coach.
We're taking these off. We're protesting. So make sure they have his head coach and not just Dort.
Fort Hays State post-game press conference, joined by head coach Tony Hobson, student athletes Jaden Hobbs and Katie Wagner. Coach, we'll start with a statement from you before we get to questions.
Well, I thought it was a battle, and knew it would be. Every time the last few years we've played these guys, it's been a game like that. I was pleased with the way we hung in there and kept battling back and didn't go away easily, and that's something that can happen when you're playing an away game, and when you're not having some of the breaks go your way, it's easy for your team to just kind of half quit and not play hard. But I didn't think we did that. We battled to the end and just got outplayed tonight.
Coach, this question is from Gerard Wellbrock. Were you happy with how the offense attacked UCM? Well,
I was okay with it. I thought we scored enough points to win. Our problem was, I believe, number 30. I think she's shooting 20%, 21% on the year, and she hit, I think, 4 threes at least. So our problem was on the defensive end. They just made a lot of shots, and like I said, we scored enough points to win the game. We just had a hard time stopping them.
Also from Gerard, this is for Jaden. Jaden scored 16 points in the first half, 3 in the second. Did UCM do anything different in the second half?
I don't think so. I think they just did a better job of getting a little bit closer to me and not letting me, get as many open looks as I did the first half. So credit to them on that. I just tried to do everything that I could to get my teammates an open shot and just see if I could sneak one in every now and then.
Katie, this was your first NCAA game. Any jitters with you or any of the other freshmen?
I definitely think that, it's a high-stakes game. Definitely the pressure's higher, but I think we were ready. And so as of that, I think we played well and calmed the nerves a little bit. So I think it was good.
Coach, this is from Russ Heitman, Tiger Media Network. Some tough offensive stretches where it seemed Jaden was dribbling, taking a shot was the only option. Was that a result of good UCM defense, or were there execution issues on offense?
Well, you have to remember we've had to change some things because we lost. We've taken 2 starters out of our lineup, so a little less ball handling. So a lot of times our only option as a ball handler is Jaden, and I thought there was some confusion a couple of times, but good UCM defense. They switch all the screens. And I thought the second half we didn't get as much movement as we wanted, but the first half Jaden dribbling the ball over those screens worked pretty well. So we were going to look at a couple of those things again, but no, we don't want to do that all the time. But it was necessary tonight, and that's what we were getting, and they were locking up about everybody else, so sometimes you don't have any other options.
Jaden from the Tiger Media Network, you played every minute of the last 3 games. What does it mean for you to lay it all out there on the line, win or lose in the postseason?
Honestly, I expect it out of myself. It's something that I learned at a young age. Sometimes if I am the best ball handler on the floor, that I need to be on the floor at all times to run the point position and put my team in a position to win. So honestly, I'm not surprised that I'm out there that many minutes. I just feel like I expect that out of myself, honestly.
This is for anyone who'd like to answer. What was it like this season dealing with all the testing and everything else and all that went on to get these games going?
I guess I'll speak to that. First of all, I think this team of ours has been through more than any other team I've ever coached from beginning to end. Starting last year at this thing, getting that canceled, no postseason, sent home virtual classes, not much they could do in the summer, couldn't get in gyms. And then postponements, rescheduling, playing 4 games in 7-8 days a couple times, makeup games. You just couldn't count on anything. There was no routine like you usually have. So I think, and not just our team. There was a lot of teams that went through a lot this year, but for them to be in the position that they were in, which is winning the conference and being in the NCAA tournament, I think is just remarkable for what they had to deal with. It's just been it's been a battle just to get on the floor, and we were one of the leagues that got to play all the games we had scheduled. But these kids have been put to the test mentally because of this, and I think they came out of it pretty well. And I know this because I have been too. And if it's getting to me a little bit, I know it gets to them. And I think it's got to a lot of coaches this dealing with everything.
Coach, one final question from Gerard. Do you feel a little snake bit in these NCAA tournaments?
What I feel snake bitten about is getting people hurt. Every year I have a team, I think that if we're playing well, nobody can beat us. And it's happened we've had a few of them in the last several years. And, try losing 40% of your starting lineup and being as good as you are with them. It's just really tough. So snake bit? No, I feel snake bit about the injuries, not about the NCAA tournament. And we have a good bench, and I have people I can put in there to start, but then everything just gets thinner. So it's difficult, and these guys stepped up and battled the best they could. We still found a way to win the conference, made it to the tournament finals, and got here. But no, as far as I don't feel snake bit. I still think you have to. I've been through it before. You have to be a little lucky. You have to keep healthy to win stuff at the end of the year a lot of times.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.